Hello my convicts and convicettes, yes it is I, the Kappa Convict, bringing you guys and gals another quick vlog. So today is Monday, my hair is a mess, I've done my Killing Floor 2 and I've put that out there for the masses to go and enjoy. So hopefully enjoy it, definitely check it out if you've never seen Killing Floor 2 before. It's actually a pretty fun and interesting game and you can have some pretty good fun with it, I think anyway, to at least. So we will obviously be getting more gameplays. It's been kind of disruptive obviously with COVID, but obviously due to the unfortunate circumstances around obviously Catherine and her dad passing away, then we've had lots of people staying and coming and meet and greets and stuff and things like that. That's been happening. Obviously social distancing, you know, you've got to do that as well. And making sure that everything is set up. She's still, you know, obviously very upset about it. It's difficult to sort of get your mind around. You know, I lost my dad many years ago and he died to a heart attack. You know, unfortunately for me at that time, I wasn't here as well. So for Catherine to be here and her parents to be back in Malawi in Africa, obviously is very difficult for her because they live in a village called Mazuzu. For them to be so far away and her not to be able to go and see them, and obviously with the COVID problems, it's been pretty difficult and it's been a tough toll on her emotionally and physically. And then obviously we've got Rio here as well, who I'm the main carer for and looking after. So if the videos do seem a little bit unorganized, I will apologize. It's just been that way at the moment, but it is very shortly to go back to normal. She's due to go to start work again on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and maybe after that, you know, she'll hopefully get back into a routine. We'll all be in a routine and so on and so forth, which brings me on to the next one. So I've had a message on obviously comments from people asking, is live streaming returning on the channel? The answer to that is yes, it is. But what's happening at the moment is, for those that don't know, I've put in for something called BTnet, and it's something completely different to a normal standard internet. It's actually done through another company. It's not done through BT as such. It's part of BT, but it's like a different area of BT. It's not under the BT name itself, or part of BT. I'm not sure exactly the ins and outs. Liam will probably have a better idea. Liam is our man with the plan, the director, who's actually dealing with my order at the moment for the BT net. So what this basically will do is, it's kind of, I think it's kind of like a private leased connection is what I'm paying for. I may be wrong about that. Maybe it needs to be corrected on that, because I'm still kind of up in the air to what exactly I'm actually getting as in the connection. I know I'm guaranteed now a ping of just 7 milliseconds, and that is guaranteed, and my download and upload speed is guaranteed to be exactly the same as well. So if it's 10 download, it's going to be 10 upload. If it's 100 down, it's going to be 100 upload, which obviously you never get generally with a normal standard BT connection. So whatever it is going to be on one side, it's going to be exactly the same on the other side. They're going to match and it will be equal 10 10 100 100. Now I have asked for the 100 100, which is going to cost a pretty penny to be able to afford, but as long as you keep on supporting me and helping me do what we do, then that will help out. So bearing in mind the 100 down 100 up, which means that when I upload or live stream, the live streams are going to be absolutely c'est magnifique. We're going to have beautiful 1080p 60 frames per second with no sort of lag or buffering or anything like that, and it's not going to affect my gameplay, because what's happening at the moment is I'm on just a connection of 5, and then you've got to consider when you're doing the actual stream, I think it takes about 2.5 for to run at 720p, and that leaves me with 2 upload or less, and that's depending if anyone else is using mobile phones and stuff and things in the house, and you know, all that kind of palaver. And it's not through Wi-Fi, it's through Ethernet connections, which obviously helps on that side. But when you consider I might have, what, 1 upload or something to work with, and I know some people out there actually do have that problem or have less than 1 upload, which, you know, is extremely unfortunate for them. But for me, obviously, for where I live and for what I get 30 down or 34 down, and then I get just 5 upload, even though the line that I'm currently on does support up to 20 for the upload speed, because I live quite far from where I live to where the exchange is and to where the actual box is here. Then it goes off to the exchange. It's quite a fair distance, and the problem with copper lining at the moment is that it degrades over time, and that can obviously put stress on your signal and cause disruption to the signal. So by the time it reaches down there and it's coming back a lot slower. It's getting there fairly decent for download, but then it's coming back a lot slower for the upload, which is why you tend to see me die quite often, because my bullets don't register as fast as what they do getting there. I think my bullets going there, it's probably quicker, and it's much slower for it coming back and saying, yeah, those shots are hitting. And if I go against someone with a decent connection, you can imagine what happens many times. So yeah, I've been guaranteed a ping of 7. Currently at the moment, I get about ping of 20, 24. If I play Call of Duty, it can be anywhere from 50 odd to higher, especially in Modern Warfare. It's been going up from 60s into the 80s is what my ping's been, which has been, you know, horrendous to try and play with, and obviously do well, because every time you go up against someone, you never I'm guaranteed to lose that fight each and every time we go into a fight with someone, which doesn't help. And doesn't help obviously me do the videos that I do. So the longest winding, the longest wind, I don't even know what I'm saying now. The longest answer to that is yes, we are returning to live streaming. Hopefully the connection is going to be up by September. If it's up by September, obviously Rio's back to school in September, means that I can return to live streaming. It'll be a bit rocky at the beginning of September just to start off with, because it's a new school he's going to. He's now going to a specialist school, which he will start in September. But what the previous school wanted to do was obviously build up and make him go like in an afternoon, or, you know, so far through the week, and then build up to a full week. And then he'd be going then straight on to his next school, his specialist school. But because obviously COVID and obviously all the schools shutting down means that it's going to transition from not being at school at all to suddenly going to a specialist school that's completely different and nothing like he's been at the previous school. So it's going to be a very, very, very disruptive time for him, because for children with autism, they don't generally deal with a lot of change. Rio's not been too bad as such, but he does, it can affect him quite a lot, and he gets very upset, and he will not comply with people once he's upset. Once you've got him upset, that's it. There's a no-go. It's just hell on earth trying to get him to do anything and get him into a routine. I don't want him to start off really bad, go to a school, get really, really upset, and then remember that school is the school I get upset at. And then obviously that's going to be what he's going to think every time he goes to that school, which is it's not a good idea by any means. So yeah, we are going to be live streaming again in September, hopefully, if the connection is up and running. Again, like I said, 100 down, 100 up, 100 upload of pure upload streaming power. Need I say more? You know, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be this kind of quality, you know, HDR quality with no problem, obviously with the 4K monitor and everything, and the upscale 4K that the PS4 can run at. I'll be able to even change it to probably even run at 4K, and you can watch the videos in 4K if we can obviously work out getting that sorted out, and obviously with YouTube, because I don't know if YouTube can actually do 4K. Can it do 4K now? I think it can, but then it just depends if you've got a 4K monitor to whether or not you'd watch it in 4K. So I don't think it really matters. I think 1080 is probably the best way to go in regards to that. But yeah, having a 100 upload means that obviously I'm going to have no issues with distorted pixels or anything that looks really, really crappy in terms of the quality of the videos. It's going to be crystal clear like this HDR video. So yeah, that's something we're going to definitely be doing. I want to get back on and get obviously started with live streaming again. Hopefully a bit more full time as well. Once he goes back to the other school and he gets into the rhythm of it, a minibus comes out of the house, front of the house here. It'll come to the front of the house. I don't know about coming out of the house, but it'll come to the front of the house, you know what I mean? And they'll pick Rio up, they'll take him to school, they'll bring him back, and they'll drop him off. So it'll be a lot easier, obviously, in terms of school. So between, obviously, the school hours when we'll be able to do it. And if we can gain traction, if you are out there, my nearly 2,000 subscribers, and you can start joining live streams, and we can make it a full-time thing, then I would be more than gladly to do full-time live streaming. And if we can make enough of a go of it that it can actually look after itself, and I can support what I do and support doing live streaming full-time, which obviously means getting enough revenue from it to be able to, you know, do it full-time like any other streamer, you know, any other YouTuber, streamer, whoever it may be. They all have this one issue, it's money. But obviously you don't have to donate anything. It's all down to watching the videos, enduring the ads, watching the ads, let them run through. If you've got some spare time, or you're doing something, or you're getting a bath and you want to put these videos on autoplay, again, that helps me out a great deal. The more videos you watch, the more watch time that they get, the higher up in the list they go, and the more people join, the more people subscribe, and the more people will hopefully do the same thing. And then, you know, we'll see, we'll go from there. I've never asked for donations. I don't want people to donate. It's even with the subscription tab, the join tab, which is now active. I'm not too fussed about people doing it, to be honest. It's there because it was annoying me, and I could see that everything in my other screen was saying enabled, 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 and it said eligible, enabled, 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 and I was like, I just hate seeing everything's enabled, but there's one thing that's out of place. So I thought I'd, you know, dip in and just go and slap it on, get it up and running, and there we go. Also, if you look in the communities tab as well, you'll notice I've actually posted a permanent link to a Discord. I was going to use this for tier 2s, for those who join. I may do something a bit more special for tier 2s. Obviously, if people are just joining general chat, I might have a special sort of extra part for tier 2s. We'll see how it goes. But at the moment, like I said, I'm not too fussed. If people don't want to join, then that's fine. As long as you're watching the ads, you're liking, you're hitting that notification bell, you're sharing with your friends and family, you're bigging me up wherever we can, then maybe we can actually make a go of it and actually do well with the channel and make it something great. And I know, like many people said, the most underrated YouTuber, even though I don't feel that myself, but I appreciate, obviously, the very kind comments and gesture of having that, and obviously 10,000 subscribers would be absolutely mind-blowing, you know. The amount of help and support I could do for others, the amount of charity work I could do with that kind of people would be amazing. But it's down to you. That's all I can say on that front. But yeah. So yeah, live streaming is returning in September, hopefully with the new connection as well on top, which would be really cool and really awesome. So hopefully that's the thing. People been voting as well for PS5 versus PC. I basically wanted to know people's thoughts and feelings. You can find it in the communities tab if you go to the community tab on the channel. And ask, do people want me to first of all get a PS5, or do you want me to build a PC? Because building a PC is going to cost me about another £300. As you know, I've still got my PC here in this box, but it's just the case. It's got my own motherboard in it and graphics card and stuff, but they don't work it. So obviously I've got the RGB lighting, the case and everything in this box. I've just kept it away in the box to keep it clean and tidy. But obviously I wanted to ask a big question, is obviously what would you rather have? Would you rather have the PS5, which we don't know when that's being released as of yet, but I'm expecting it to be at least between £550, £500, even though the Xbox, the new Xbox, apparently is going to be cheaper than the Xbox X or the Xbox, the latest Xbox, which is under £400, which is going to be insane. That's going to be absolutely nuts. They must be really a bit scared about the PlayStation 5 if they're having to sell Xboxes cheaper than the current gen Xbox just to kind of grab people's attention. So I don't know, but I know the PS5, they said, from what I've read, they wanted people more to think of obviously the quality of what you're buying rather than just throwing you something bare minimum. And there's going to be different versions as well. There's going to be one with the disc tray and there's the digital version of the PS5. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I'm just blabbing on. So yeah, live streaming will be returning. Hopefully new connection very soon. And yeah, you know what it is. It is I, the Convict, signing out. As always, I salute you, my convicts and convicts, and I'll see you soon in another vlog. Bye for now.